midday review, 12:08 p.m. Yesterday's midday review, I got to get that video out yet. We ran into power outages last night and the market sell off yesterday and blah, blah, blah. So we were busy with all kinds of stuff last night. I noticed there's some big blocks going through on BTSC here. Big ones. Big ones. And take a look at that one here first. First up. Just shutting down a few things here. Screen is definitely slow. Computer slow. Okay. Sorry, just running scans here, almost done. Dries isn't doing so well right now. BTSC. Big blocks in VXX too. Very interesting. Where was I? Right, BTSC. Let's look at that one first. .9%. It's gonna be a fun week with these next week. Amongst other crypto environments. Okay, scans just finished. Kind of a nothing day here so far. No scans anyway. If you have any charts you want me to take a look at, that would be great. BTCS. I'm seeing. Let's take a look at the daily on B. The thing about these is until that model is available to me next week, I don't want to say too much. But anyway, as far as conventional charting is concerned, on BTSC, you have got to admit that that's a pretty bullish chart. The last 2 days, incredible, actually. 2 seconds here. Okay, let's try this again. How's my mic doing? Thanks, guys. Okay, so we got BITCF is up. BTSC. There was another one I was supposed to look at there. Anyway, Monday, I am, thanks, going to be trading Bitcoin related, and there'll be information coming out on that. Last night I didn't get a lot of updates out because we've got storms going through the area. And by the way, if the storms continue today, I'll just call it a day and start again on Monday instead of rebooting every time. The S&P looks like it might be repairing a bit. Volatility's come off a little bit. Oil is testing its upside resistance, and I'm in a XIV trade that I've got to trade my ass up. So generally speaking, that's what's going on with me. When you see me trade on that, you won't always see it on the screen. It depends on what platform I'm trading on at the time, but when you see me trade on that Interactive Brokers, sorry, Interactive, Instabroker, let's have some Insta coffee. Anyway, when you see me on Interactive Brokers platform trading, it executes through, my trades are executed through, and they're still setting it up, but they're connecting all the accounts. It goes through my small account build, and then everything is connected to that. So like our investment fund and all the other stuff. So it's kind of complicated to explain in short. Sartaj and the wizards are on that. So hopefully my mic is still good. Let's see. Yeah, looks like I'm not getting any crazy comments. Not that I ever do. The only crazy one in the room, I think, is on the mic. Okay. So generally speaking, that's what's happening. So that's what I'm going to review, and we'll see if we hold power. If we don't hold power, I'm not going to fight with it today because it's been so intermittent the last 24 hours. I'll just call it a day, and I'll reboot the room, but I won't run any masterclass or anything else. This weekend, by the way, the goal is to catch up on everything, and I've been saying that for 16 and a half weeks, and this is actually the weekend because one of my twin daughters comes next week, and I must be caught up before then. I think those are all your updates. Oh, one more quick date. Announcements, that's what they call them, announcements. I'm supposed to get my announcements out every day. It'll be a quick announcement day here. Wow, that's one slow screen today. Computer, I mean. Yeah, if the rooms ever go down, I'll post something on Twitter or whatever. On Twitter, yeah, my account or one of the accounts. Or even I guess I could do it in Discord. I'll have to choose someday, figure that out. So Q2 P&L for day trading. Okay, that's out. We know that one. So that's 40%. But there was the other one that came out, didn't it? Yeah. Swing. July came out. But the P2 July, I mean, the Q2, the second quarter swing trading P&L, I don't believe came out yet. But July's came out. July's showed fairly good at, if I remember right, it was 29%. Anyway, I have to do this to stay in compliance with reporting. Did our internet just slow down again? What is going on? Sorry, you guys just got to give me half a minute here. My mic is still on, is it? Thank you. I don't know if that's storms or what's going on, but we'll see. No, Sartaj isn't moving people around right now between rooms. Okay, so that's generally what's going on. I got to move into trading my way out of that XIV position here. I'll either start this afternoon or Monday, more likely Monday. And yeah, if you have any charts, let me know. I'll look at them. And sorry, I'm just looking at the comments here to make sure I'm up to date. All right, so I think all systems are go. Yeah, so anyway, July P&L came out. Second quarter July P&L for swing trading came out. 29%, I believe. Second quarter swing trading hasn't come out yet. Second quarter day trading did come out at 39%, which surprises me. Okay, so those are the updates. Let's get into the charts. BTSC. As soon as the old screen gets working here. The last 2 days has been incredibly bullish. I'm just looking at a few comments from members here on it, on my DM. So yeah, we do have members in this. The thing about this is you can't really, standard fib this. So I hesitate to say much until our models are out. But let's take a quick look and see what it looks like. That's not so bad on the fibs. Congratulations, by the way, to the longs on this. It's been a good run for you. Very good run. Interesting. Yeah, so your next levels are up in here. 11 to 13.4. BTCS. On the daily, you got a nice MACD forming there. Squeeze momentum's up and stock RSI's up and volume's way up and of course price is up. It's on BTSC. It's a nice chart. Like you wouldn't think they'd be that orderly, but it's a nice chart. BTCS. Let's take a look at the daily here quick. Up 17.85%. So basically it's got a bull test right now. So previous high, 1793, just about got there today. MACD up, stock RSI is up, lots of volume, squeeze momentum's up. Without getting into the details of the models, all I can really say right now is it's bullish, that's for sure. But there is a test there. If it comes out of that bull, then you might get a double. Like, it's possible. It's definitely possible. Yep, it gets out of the bull there, and your next possible high is in that 36 range. And it peaked before it, just under 44. But we'll see how it handles the bull. So I'm going to set an alarm on this one. If it's getting up out of the bull there, it'll alarm. I have to admit that I'm pretty bullish on these. Way to go, Trace. Oil on the intraday is threatening to break out to the upside in a pretty significant way. We'll see. It's a test. So that's BTCS. I want to look at that BTSC again really quick. Actually, I'll go back to this real quick. Sorry, I spend a couple minutes here because I got, I have to admit I'm pretty bullish, so I want to take the time. Yeah, I wouldn't discount its ability to break above that. Oil, by the way, is got pretty significant energy to the upside. I wouldn't want to be short oil right this moment. It's the best way to put it. You could get lucky, but it's not. It's funny, hey, because those old school oil traders that are online and stuff, I antagonize them with our algo model. Because like I see them post stuff and it's like, okay, I know the model's telling me that's not going to happen. What a jerk. Okay, so I'm seeing about, yeah, around 36.6. And then there's another one here at around 44. 1.3. I guess there's, there's a few other levels in here, right? But I guess it wouldn't hurt to take a quick look here. So what's that say? 35.4. Yeah. So other ones I wouldn't get too concerned about. Come on, Mr. Chart, work with me, please. Pretty please. Okay, there we go. So it's something like that. That's what you're looking at. The big deal here is that the MACD and squeeze momentum, especially that squeeze momentum, see that squeeze momentum, as you get up near important resistance, it should back off because there should be indecision, right? And it's not. So that's a super bullish indicator. Like coming up out of the bowl, you'll usually see that squeeze momentum back right off. You'll see the stock RSI back off. MACD for sure will back off. And none are. And volume isn't either. And volume always backs off at the top of bowls. So, like, it wouldn't be surprising to see breakout today. I'm not saying it will, but it just would be surprising at all. So I'm going to save this chart real quick, so I don't have to do it again. It's going to be an interesting story. It's trading near high day right now. Yep. Kind of like it. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put the actual chart link in there for you. Not that there's much on the chart, but wow, oil still testing that upside resistance. May as well put her in here quick for the crew. Okay, the actual chart. Just put that in here quick. Always go into Discord and grab it if you like. S&P might get going here. On the intraday, 244.83. Okay, so that's the S&P. BTCS. Oil's bullish on the intraday. This thing might get going on us. BTSC, I just want to take a look at that quick. So this one's similar in the way that, you know, it is testing a bull, right? The previous high. MACD's up, squeeze momentum's up, stock RSI is up, and volume's up. Wow. Trading view, I don't like that feature. Okay. Yeah, so my daughter comes in on Monday, so I'm gonna have to get my act together. Holy. All right. So I think I've got 4, maybe 5 confirmations from traders coming out to visit. That's nice to hear. And we'll do one more here. So those are your previous highs. So you can expect spikes in between. I don't consider them resistance or support areas, just because of the models I've seen. But definitely, you can expect spikes in between there, for sure. So what is that up there? That's a double up on the high side. I have to admit, I like the BTCS chart better. But this is very bullish too. Oh man, I got them confused already. BTSC. Okay, I like that one too, just not as much. That one out there quick. And I'll just give the chart load link, just in case somebody wants it. I like the first one better, BTCS, but I like them both. The reason I like BTCS better is it doesn't have BTSC has these overhead resistance areas. So it has to get through all of them to get its double, basically. BTCS has resistance, but it has wider range in between. And its upside, didn't we see it as let's see if I'm seeing this right. Yeah, the problem was on the one, it's, it looks like a possible double. It's a very logical double. Not saying it will, it's just, logical, probable. This one has a probable triple, and it's got less resistance. Now, the other chart though, the SC, the advantage it's got is it's bullish in a much tighter compression. Tighter time frame, so its compression is higher, so it could surprise me, right? Like it could really get going. But yeah, I didn't set the alarm on the other one, but that's all right. Yeah, super bullish stuff. So that's that. And then I should give a really quick report on oil here, just so the folks that do trade oil can see what I'm seeing. So the quadrant, this is the bottom of the quadrant here. This is the top of the quad. And it's been bouncing in between, if you can visualize that. And right now it's just testing the upside. If it gets into this, this is at the bottom of another quad in there, you can expect, here, and then, the test. But it's definitely bullish divergence. There's no doubt about it. So we'll see how it plays out. No guarantee, but we'll see. Okay, so that's oil. S&P is still in indecision. It's working its way through a chart repair, in my opinion. Basically, I'll pin the SPX hopefully, and the charts will be able to repair, and then volatility will start to get its down. I mean, if I wasn't in XIV, I'd be dreaming about volatility right now, but I'm in XIV and I've got to trade my ass out of it. So I either got to start this afternoon or Monday. Yeah, so that's that. Specific momentum charts, anything anybody wants me to take a look at? Just in case I missed the comments. So we looked at Bitcoin. Oh, gold we looked at, but you guys, I looked at it enough today. No other chart requests today, hey? Oh, we got a small curve again today too. Interesting. Okay, well, let me know if there are any you'd like to look at while I zoom through some stuff here. Dry is not even interested in looking at it. I mean, if it gets going, it gets going, and you chart it and trade it. But it's, it's just come off through the day. AEZS, to be honest with you, I struggle trading it. I am not really interested in it. Yeah. Same thing as dries, in my opinion, in terms of trading. Like if it's time to get going on it, wow, let's look at it quick. It's on the board, so let's give it a quick look. SGMO, sure. This fall is going to be one hell of a trading session. Well, from here to Christmas, probably. AEZS on the daily is bullish, but it's under the 200. And it's very, very hard to trade. Very, very hard. You do not hold this. Don't even think about it. ANW. Yeah, volatility is back alive. So you need volatility for profits, right? Like those profits I've been fighting through. Sure, like 100% in the quarter. Is good. Well, it was more than 100%, I guess, 140 or whatever it was on day trading. But not an easy 140%. I mean, it was trippy. I had to work through that, boy. ANW, not the hamburger joint, Marine Petroleum Network. Crappy chart. CYH coming up on its 200 from the underside. Okay, we'll look at SGMO for sure. Phelp, another bottom play. Earnings. APEN, another bottom play. CALA. CALA got a bounce. That's interesting. And it didn't wait to the 200 either. There's probably a fib there. Oh, that's natural support. It's not right there. Interesting. It's very interesting. I wouldn't discount this move. So, because I like trading this stock, it's very easy to trade once you're into a trend with it. I am going to alert myself. MACD crossing MACD. Great. That's CALA. Like I'm almost tempted to get in this one right now. But I'll stay disciplined and do it when it confirms. Okay. CALA. TCCO, that's for efforts only. Careful. You can see why. Huge, huge range, but caution. ESDI, not a great chart at all. EGRX, bottom play. It's post earnings with a MACD up with a fishhook, it's called, and up against natural resistance. But if there's a bullish bottom play look, it's this, and it's post earnings. So I gotta tell you that if I was bottom playing, this is one I would watch really close. Now it's got all kinds of resistance to work through. And that's one of the problems with all the bios, pharmaceuticals and stuff, is the charts have all the, like these big resistance clusters. BTCS, eh? Dang, I was hoping it would hold off for me. But you cannot tell market what to do. Yeah, so oil's testing the upside resistance. So it's bullish divergence with rig count coming out. And Friday rig counts don't really do a lot to oil, but considering what just happened in the markets, it could be a catalyst for a bit of a run. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I was hoping not to trade this until my models are in my hands on Monday. But wowza, kids. Bull is alive. No doubt about it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Hmm. Good golly, Miss Molly. Just taking a look at the stock RSI on this one and see how it acts. Yeah, the stock RSI on the 15. That's a fairly decent indicator. A 30 for sure. But it might not be tight enough if you're trading intra. Yeah, the stock RSI on the 15 and the 30 are what I would use. Pretty consistent if you're intra trading in and out of it on this one. Which is what I'll be doing on Monday. Didn't want to start today though. The volume on the 15 is actually a fairly good indicator too, except for right here, that was bad. But for the most part, the volume is a good indicator. For sure, the stock RSI is. When that stock RSI on the 15 turns up especially, yeah, I wouldn't use anything tighter because it'll be choppy for you. But it's definitely a fairly good indicator. The MACD, yeah, the stock RSI and the MACD are both good on the 15. So you could do your entries and your exits based on your stock RSI and your MACD. Your squeeze, it's really good all the way through. It's just a little late on the 15. Well, mind you, it started to turn down here. Perfect. It's just there's a few fakes in there. Squeeze is not, it's not perfect. None of them are perfect, but so I would say when that squeeze momentum turns dark green, you could use that as a caution flag. Yeah, surprising, hey, how well the indicators function. All Okay, back here real quick. ACHV. Edit. Nice chart. It's got some natural resistance, but a really nice chart. It's a nice chart. I have to give that that. But it does have resistance. But I like it. Interesting. It's a good chart. Oil's up and through its resistance into the inverse apex. You do not want to be short oil right now. That's a guarantee. Your probability of a good short in oil is about, it's about 10 to 1 against you, give or take. Even the weekly MACD on this is up. Squeeze momentum's trending up. This is a really, really good chart. I really like this one. I'm going to save it. It's a very good chart. It's very bullish. Let's edit. Very, very, very bullish chart. Okay. What's going on here with side V? Maybe if I check it more, it'll go up. Where were we? Edit. Great chart. ESDI. That edit's going to do well, I think. What's the target for OII? Oil. The oil chart, it's all decision to decision. So how it works is your next decision is right here. So that's at 48.79. The problem with oil is that the crossroads is right here, which puts it sorry, I can't see it. The 13th at 11:30 at night. So it's Sunday night. So right now, I would just, to be honest with you, I would let this play out. It's this triangle right here is going to be its zone. 11:30 Sunday night, a decision gets made. If it stays from here up, it's in that it's in, it's in this zone comfortably. If it's down here, it's going down channel. So there is no, like, it's one decision at a time. So basically how it works is, here's the long trigger, here's the test, gets up into here, then it's into this triangle. Each one's a test, and you just going through. So it's not actually possible to get it. It's just one decision, literally every line is a decision as it goes up the channel. But if it confirms up channel, the good news is on the upside. So this is the bottom of the channel. This is the top of the channel. This is the mid part of the channel. So the good news is it ends up way up here. But yeah, that's why the model is so important, because you literally trade through those because it works in channels. But it's divergent right now, right? Like this falling out of the channel right there, it doesn't do that. Oil trades on like a roadmap, the model, and for it to fall out right there was just simply completely divergent. Down here, this is your decision. It's just like driving along on a road. So it was coming down here, and there's the road sign, go up or go down, go down. Yeah, it could be down for sure. Sunday night, that's where its decision is. So I don't like people that are trading it right now long. That was their buy trigger, and they'll trade here in the decision area. And then if it pops up, they'll trade in this decision area. It pops down, they trade in the, so you're trading in these decision areas. And it's very, very predictable. This here was just garbage. It's like you could erase it. Just doesn't happen. Very, very rare. So, you're literally pretend like this, all the crap isn't here, because that's all divergent behavior. So what happens? Well, see, it was going up a channel here. Whoa, where did that go? There we go. It was going up this channel because this is the bottom of the channel. So it's going along the road, and it had a decision here to continue up or down, right? Comes up, and that's the nice thing about this charting. As soon as it gets past this decision and it's up in here, it's going to keep going until it gets to its next decision, which is way up. This is the beauty of the chart. It doesn't show the arrows here, but the arrows would be right here to continue up channel or go down channel. Look at how it did it mid channel. Actually, that's where the divergence occurred, and it just crashed. Oil trade is all based on channels and those decisions. And once in a very blue moon, this divergence happens. Runways, I guess we picture it as a runway. But this is the this is the choice in the road Sunday night. Okay, so that's oil. BTCS. Wowza. Yeah, so as long as the stock RSI and the MACD and the squeeze momentum, if you're intraday trading in and out, you'll be fine. And you can go down to a tighter time frame whenever you want to see, how that's looking. But I'd make your decisions based on your 15-minute. And whether or not Thinkorswim's squeeze momentum is programmed the same way, I can't tell you. You can look at the coding though. I don't think on Thinkorswim you can, but on TradingView you can. But anyway, yeah, if you're trading in and out, I would use the 15 minutes as your decision. And if you want to see, internally or closer up, you go down to your 5, your 3, or your 1. But if I was trading this today, I'd be trading my decisions on the 15. If you're in and out. For sure, yeah, I'll get there. Almost done on these ones. EDSI, Eastside Distilling. Junk. ATHM. Wowza. Oh, I've traded this. This trade's nice. Way over its MAs now, boy. I'd have to wait for a pullback. CUDA. Barracuda Networks. Great song. ZAG. ZAG's already on my watch list. It's cruising. Love this stock. Just love it. Everything except for its volume. But you have got to love this stock. Okay. So there's some good ones there. It's not all bad. The washouts. I see Corey's long on Snap now. It's double bottom. Oh, TWLO. TWLO at 30.40. Snap, what a tough stock to trade. So tempted to hit this right now, this BTCS. But I just can't. I got to get my ass out of this ringer I'm in. So I got to trade volatility coming here. I wish Granny would just kick into high gear here. Okay. SGMO. Let's see. So you're in this small time right now? Did I see that right? Got it. So Monday it could be down if you're trading. You do. Oh, I see. No. So that's Sean. Half position. 250 shares at 10.10. They're green. Corey's in TWLO. We should take a look at it. See what he's up to there. Or is it TWLO? Okay, on the weekly, your stock RSI is trending down, your MACD is trending up, and price is going up. So what does that mean, Trace? Stock RSI is on its way down, but price is going up. That's a bullish indicator in a big way. That means the bulls are holding. That's a very good sign. Squeeze momentum indicators bright green on your weekly, very good sign. MACD trending on the weekly, very good sign. It's coming off a little bit, but it's still trending. So a little bit of caution there, but your bulls are holding. That's a big deal. Volume's good on the weekly. Natural resistance, let's take a look. Well, interestingly enough, you're coming out of a bull. That's bullish. Your 50 is about to cross the 100 on the weekly. Well, sometime soon maybe. That's bullish. You're up against natural resistance. You know those resistance areas that I've been telling you about that are on these charts? That's what you got. Double tops, don't worry about double tops. Double tops are actually a test of the bull. You get up out of a double top or up out of the bull, I mean, cup and handle, whatever you know, and kaboom time. But you're up against natural resistance here, young lady. And then you got another one at 1120-ish, 1180. You're in a really, really tough place because, see, here's the cool part. If you get this, you're going to see $11 in lightning speed. And you might see $12 very shortly after. If you don't get it, I don't think it's going to be that bad because you got huge support in this area here, 860-ish. If it comes off, it'll probably come off to 950. But you're in a cup and handle-ish kind of scenario. Like when it went to break out of its bowl, it failed, right? So, you know, myself personally, these natural resistance areas freak me out. I don't like them at all. But if you get if you get these stocks starting to get up through this cluster, that's a totally different story. So you're right at decision time and they all look like this. That's the problem. That's the problem with it. But there's some really bullish indicators on this chart. Like it's going to be interesting. Like if they all get going, they'll really get going. It's just past earnings too. So being that it's just past earnings, I don't know. Like it's like the bulls want to take all these up through that resistance zone. It's just the resistance is strong. Okay, so I'd call it 50-50. Should just watch it tight. But if it starts getting up through these resistance areas, these previous lows, banging them off, your big test is that 1160 area. Sure be nice to get clear skies on these. Blue skies, that would be nice. No problem. I want to see what Corey Rock's up to. He's been hot. All you guys have been. I don't think I've seen any dumb moves at all. Disciplined crew. Yeah, that oil trading, it's one decision to the next, one decision to the next. Especially lately, last 5 months or so. It's such a tight range. QR, Corey's been making bank every day for a while. I remember a time where Corey struggled a little bit, though. I think I remember every trader goes through that. I could be wrong. It could be somebody else I'm thinking of. This is an interesting chart too, eh? Squeeze momentum turning bright green on the weekly. MACD is trending up. Stock RSI is peaking, but that could peak forever. Very interesting. Lots of volume on the weekly. This is like that edit chart. It's very, very, very bullish. It's just a matter of whether it goes. It's got a clear area in here. See the difference? I'm concerned about those bios and stuff. They've got heavy resistance in here. This has none. I mean, it has a little bit, right? But nothing serious at all. That's what I like about that edit chart too. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. On the daily, look at that. Textbook. You probably knew this. He's probably waiting. Kurt's looking at the weekly. Wait till he sees the daily. Through the 200, comes back, fails, hits the 20, bounces to the 200, back down to the 100, fails, 50, perfect touches, back up, boom. Now it's testing a beautiful execution. I don't know if Corey's in the room or not, but is this why you did this? You hit it right now? And where did you hit it? Where did you get your buy? 30, 40? I don't think he's in the room. 30, 40, yeah. Perfect execution. Perfect setup. The chart isn't perfect, like the weekly, but if she goes through the bull here, so what happened before? We don't have an example. Ugh. See, that's the only problem is the history. Oh, where's your natural resistance? 37.60. You got a few there. Roughly speaking. Could be a good one, boy. Gets going through that bull and that 50 comes through the 200. She could be good. Oil's still going. If it stays above that 20, she's a goner. She's a goer. 32.87 is your next stop. Ish. BITCF. Yeah, oil's going. It's getting up to a resistance though, if you're long. An intraday decision. Oh, nice. Good, Sean. Yeah, I got to tell you, oil's my standby, right? Like we know how to trade oil so well that if I ever get myself into shit trading, I can trade out of it. Unreal. This is just straight awesome. Yeah, anyway, oil's my standby. I never have to worry about, you know, making a good living. But Bitcoin is much more exciting and it trades nearly as predictable. And some of these OTC plays in Bitcoin, boy, we think they're just getting going. Look at that. So that is what, a double since I was alerting it, give or take. Up out of the bowl and gone. So now you just have to watch for 100%, because it will definitely find resistance at 100%. Incredible. Well, it's going to be fun trading these. Just small size them, scale in as they go. Do it disciplined on the technicals, and Reed's buying a new jet. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. 76%. Yeah, oil trade. It's a great, having that model is a great retirement. A great retirement vehicle. First Bitcoin Cap Corp. What was it, 77% or so? Crazy. 80% now. It's awesome. Crypto lovers. A lot of love in those right now. Yeah, so anyway, the cryptos will be a good complement to oil trading. Oil trading is so consistent. It's a beautiful little retirement environment. And the cryptos, I see them as, you take little bits and add in as you go, and it doesn't take long to compound this kind of activity. Not long at all. Well, if you think, right, a percent a day, 26 months, 10,000 to 1.4 million. You know, what is that in trading days? 500 trading days or whatever it is. Bitcoin, you could almost do that in 90 to 120 days, I think. Wowza. Congrats to longs in there. I know we got longs in all three of these. BTSC. I just want to see what this one's looking like. Take care, Sean. You have a good weekend too, man. So BTSC, BITCF, BTCS. Got myself all confused again. Yeah, this one I liked better than BTSC. But they're both up about the same, aren't they? Why did I like this one? Damn, I got myself confused. Doesn't really matter. I'm not going to trade them today anyway. BTCS and BTSC. BTSC. Damn volatility. Oh. Yeah, I see the problem here. BTSC, BTCS. Right. Now I see it. BTCS, BTSC. I know there's more chart here somewhere, isn't there? No, there isn't, eh? Wow. I love these charts. Right, this one's got less compression. Less compression, more compression. I don't know if I'm right about that assessment of which one's better. I mean, they're really good. The one, like this one probably trades cleaner. It's trading at 20 cents. So it's trading at 12 cents. The 20-cent one will trade cleaner, I think, more predictably. But BTSC, it's got more compression. But they're both fantastic. So here's your $1.50. This thing, man, it could go anywhere. So let's look at how to trade this in terms of conventional. Can it be traded on the 15-minute? Is it possible? I mean, those are massive swings. Stock RSI peaks, comes down. Stock RSI goes up, price goes up. Stock RSI comes down, price still goes up. That's not easy to trade. See, the other two, I think I looked at both as far as their stock RSIs. Yeah, this is not easy to day trade. You think it would be easier because of the price. Because you get false signals in here. MACD. MACD works on this. MACD works. The squeeze momentum works and the MACD works. The stock RSI, I don't like it because, where did I see that? Right here. Well, I guess it kind of works. No, it doesn't. It's divergent right here. That just tells you the bulls are holding, but well, I guess you can consider that if you got the MACD. But the MACD did cross down right here. No, it crossed up right there. So it nailed it, crossed down there. Yeah, so you traded on the MACD with consideration toward the stock RSI on the 5. And when this happens, it gets divergent where the stock RSI comes off, but price goes up, you know there's going to be a spike. So that's what I would do. Like if I was trading this right now, I'd wait for the stock RSI and price to get divergent, and then when the stock RSI is at the bottom. These are going to be fun to trade. Be lots of action in there. Are these coming off too? So I can't remember what we figured out here. I think it was the 15 minutes. Yeah. Wow, these are going to be fun to trade. I wonder if our, I never even checked if they've wired up the interactive brokers to even trade OTC. I better check that. I want to be trading Monday. Let's take a look. Any other charts you guys want me to look at? I'm wondering about if we can just call this master class for the day and take the day off early. Get up master class Monday. You know, we should probably, when we do that charting, we should probably instead of working on natural gas, we should probably work on the Bitcoins, because natural gas, nobody's given me models that work. AAOI. I'll take a look at that one for sure. Kurt 0001. Password. Just want to see if they've got me set up on OTC on here. They still got to get me real-time data, please and thank you. Natty chat. Now I'll do the I'll do the natural gas chart if people want me to, but nobody was able to supply me one, and we tried to do it before. And you have to know, like, we know our charts, right? We've got 32 models we're working on, and we can't get natural gas modeled. It just isn't. We went. I was hoping one of the people in the room was going to figure it out for us. Yeah. Just got to give me a minute here. I just got to log into my second factor authentication on this silly platform. Well, I guess, it's good. Somebody sees my password or something. I get it. And, the investment fund is not dealing with small amounts of money, I guess. This will just take half a minute. Looks like I'm going to have to do this again. Cancel. Sorry, guys. I just got to do this. I got to know if it's set up or not, so I can start yelling at some people. Our yell list has gotten really big, like things that have to get done. Click here if you do not receive the notification. Oh, there it is. Yeehaw. Wow, this takes time. You wouldn't want to be in a hurry. ZAZZ, Z-A-Z-Z-T on the volatility trading hold. Anything good going on with that ZAZZT? I'm just waiting for my interactive brokers here quick. Your quiet room today. Yeah, so I'm going to figure this out, look at a couple charts, and then call it a Friday. We'll do masterclass on Monday. We'll model work on the Bitcoin and others. And yeah, like that. And then there will be a bunch of billionaires, not million, billionaires created in our room. BITCF. Let's see. Can I actually buy this? What's BITCF doing right now? I gotta get that market data in here. I guess I got trading view, but come on, guys, get it together. Some volume just came in there pretty heavy. Stock size not really at the bottom yet, but the one it looks like all systems go. Yeah. And the three. It's not all systems go yet. It's kind of a natural support area though, isn't it? Big swings on this. Wild swings. Almost doubled in one day. Crazy. They're all coming off now. At 136 to 126. That's coming off heavy. Taking profits all the way through. Oil's got some serious jig to the upside. Anyway, let's see here. Interactive. So it looks like it's taking my order, eh? 100 BITCF at blah blah, bid ask, for the price, day. Yeah, they got that ready. That's good. Kind of thinking with this sell off, it'd be nice to get an entry in here. Z-Man, AAOI, entered a swing at 66. Yeah, this is the one that I was telling you guys. I alerted this one. Gotta take credit for that. I just fooling around. I did alert it. I'm not trying to take credit for anything. I alerted it. AAOI, let's take a look. Yeah, the quote is delayed, yes. They've got to get me current market on all the accounts. The problem is there's so many accounts that they're working to, and I don't know exactly. You'd have to ask Sartaj, but it's a lot of work, I guess, to link everything together and all the different things that need to be linked in different ways. It's a cluster from what I understand, and all of them need, like there's compliance on every account that gets linked to this, to that, and but I got current data on TradingView, so I told them don't worry about it. They have to get me to sign off on every one of the accounts that are linked. Anybody that's trading it has to sign off all the compliance and disclosure for each one, and it takes days, and then paperwork goes back and forth, and then they actually have to wire them all together properly. So am I executing on one in this way, this happens, and another one, this happens. Our high frequency algos will go through interactive, by the way. AAOI on the daily. It's in its trend. Came back, bounced off the 100, failed at the 50, bounced in between. Now it's bouncing off the 100 again. Your MACD is down on the daily. That is concerning, and so is your squeeze momentum. Your stock RSI is flat at the bottom, which is nice. And your volume on your daily is down. So you have some things on your side. It's over the 200. So it's trending. You're not quite at natural support here yet. I mean, you do have some support in here, but your strong support's here at 60.46. Your MACD trending down is very bad. Like my swings, if you study my swings, mind you, I don't think you're a member of the swing program, but like this here, Q2, oh no, we only have July. But even if you studied, you got a hold of, you know, well, even the middays will tell you. But my swing trading reports, the newsletter, tells you exactly what I'm doing. That performance on their, 30% a month on swings, those weren't easy months in Q2. Q1 was much easier. But, to do 100% every 3 months and consistently, tells you that the person that's doing it It has a system that works. And so I'm not saying this won't work, because it could. But the most predictable way to swing, and it depends what your time frame is too. The most predictable way to swing is to wait for that MACD. So what we do on the swing platform is we always wait for the MACD on the daily. We always wait for the squeeze momentum indicator on the daily. Those two we always wait for. And then of course in through the bull, up through the 200, when it's on a pullback, we wait for it to bounce off an MA, but you need these with you. These are your power through it and increasing volume. So I'm concerned about your position, but it could bounce for sure. You could be fine. And yeah, that's my basic read on it. On a tighter time frame, on 60, oil's getting right up to its resistance now. On the 60, you do have the MACD, which is nice on a tighter time frame. It's mid-range. You do have the benefit of the washout. That helps a lot. The stock RSI is overbought. But see, you got to be careful with the stock RSI. The stock RSI squeeze momentum just turned green, just sort of on the hourly. But I would strongly encourage anybody that's going to swing to get a hold of our newsletters or go through all the middays. But the swing trading platform newsletters explain exactly what we're watching for in each one, and when we enter, when we exit. And 100% every 3 months isn't bad. It's decent performance. And we're consistent, like we win all the time. Massive performance, but it's good performance. It's decent and it's consistent. That's the good part. So you are breaking some rules as far as our way of doing it, but that doesn't mean it's not going to work. See, man, MACD daily over the MA. The MACD daily over the MA. Yes, the MACD daily on swings is our #1 indicator. Yeah, that's the number one thing that we look for. Once we have the MACD in play, then we go to everything else. But no, you have to keep in mind, right? There's people that swing at a higher ROI than we do. But there's very few people that swing with our ROI at 100% a quarter as consistently as we do with very few draws. So it depends on your objectives, right? But if 100% every 3 months is enough for you, and it's not for some people, and predictable, where it's not going to be heavily volatile on you, you want to figure out how we do it, because it's very methodical, and MACD is #1 for sure, and then we go to the other stuff. So hopefully that helps. CYH here, small read on CYH. Let's take a look at CYH. We're actually really proud of that platform. We're actually coding it into an algorithm, an automated algorithm system that a trader can use as an intelligent assistant or automated. All of the setups that I've been working with on you guys in the room on are all getting algorithms. So setups and specific issues like Bitcoin or whatever. So you guys just want to be kind of cautious with your CYH. You're right up against getting close to your 20 and 100 on the daily. So be careful there. BITCF on the 5. MACD still down. Squeeze momentum's down. Price is going up. So there's a very good possibility that was the washout. We'll see. I mean, conventionally, you'd want to wait for the squeeze momentum to turn green, the MACD to turn up, but price is going up. So that tells me that any of the weak hands that are leaving are left and that the bulls are possibly holding. Possibly. Like that's a possible scenario. But conventionally, it's still bearish. But it's the fact that the price is going up. So if you take the 3-minute, squeeze momentum looks like it kind of bottomed here. It's starting to curl back. MACD is about to curl up in the stock RSI. At the 20 overhead, to the 1, and it's bullish on the 1. So yeah, it's up over 50%. Yeah, these are going to be a lot of fun. I'm really going to enjoy them. They're all starting to bounce now. Oil. So if you're in oil, it is right up against now. So this, see how it got into the quadrant there, back where it should be. This was all divergent. I was explaining as soon as I got up into the quadrant, boom. So now it's at its fib test. If it fails the test, it'll do this. And then, well, so that's oil. So if you're long intraday, it's time to think about whether or not you want to stay long because of that test. So BITCF on the 1 minute. Be nice if it was up over that 50 on the 1 there. Wow, oil's plowing into that resistance like at full speed here. The bulls want it taken out. Now, here's an example of a quad, right? Like it's at the midpoint of the quad. Check this out. Where's the oil chart? See, here's an example of the range that happens in the middle. So this is the bottom of the quadrant, right? Now, if I pull it down for you, great room, great calls in the room today, by the way, on oil. Perfect. So yeah, so the bottom part of the quad is right here. And as it gets to the middle, you see the range that happens, but the wider quadrant is here, like it's much bigger. This is just a quarter of the quadrant, right? So the main trading time cycle for oil, the main middle part of the quadrant is all right here. So this is where the range comes, and that's why I can always, you know, I can poke fun on social media and stuff with the big oil traders that, and I always know where oil's going to get fun. But they know how to trade it, so. It wouldn't matter to them that the most successful money managers firms on planet Earth in history use Epic. That wouldn't matter to them at all. That would be a fluke, I'm sure. Not the biggest ones that are on planet Earth today. The biggest, most successful ones in the history of mankind. But keep doing it your way. BITCF. Get up over that 50 on the one. Oh, here we go. See the MACD starting to pinch here. Stock RSI is about to move up, curl up. Need to see a big spike in that squeeze momentum. Yeah, you know, any tips that you have on his brokers, I'd love to get those. If you don't mind emailing us, so Sartaj knows, because he's coding that thing, right? Like they have to connect all the accounts and stuff. That'd be fantastic. And you just email info@compoundtrading.com and Sartaj will see it, and then I'll see it on the weekend. I'd love that. But yeah, they're in deep, like, I don't even understand it all, everything that they're doing. I just know that all the accounts get connected in different ways. And I asked them to keep it simple for me. Wow, oil's getting up through that resistance. Yeehaw. It's going to be one hell of a trade. I'll be back in oil Sunday. Thanks, JD. I appreciate that. I guess the reason why they chose instant brokers for our algo trading and our investment fund is that they can connect all the accounts and it'll connect to the algos and stuff. I think that's why. Yeah, you guys give Sartaj a hard time. He's young. Good Lord, he's half my age. He's got lots of life left. He can get out the whips and chains for sure. On a Friday night, whips and chains with Sartaj, why not? Little electric therapy. Okay, here we go. It's going to get up through the 50. MACD's trending. Stock RSI is, yeah, there it comes. See on the one. Nice. There you go, trace. Now on the three, needs to get up over that 100. MACD has to turn up. Squeeze momentum has to turn up. JD's going on vacation. Wow, nice life. Living the life. Okay, here we go. MACD's turning up on the 3. Need a little pop over that 100 or 20, I mean. Come on. Oh, it's going to be a fun week next week trading. This week for me was real tough. Super dang. Well, it'll just get funner as we get closer to September 9th. I've been saying it for a few months, that time cycle's coming, the volatility's coming. Time your vacations around the market time cycles. Tell them the way it is. Crypto's creating billionaires almost overnight. I'm studying these guys. Why not? On my way out, retiring, may as well go out with a bang. Oh, you're gonna miss it all. 1 week, it'll all be over. Ugh, failed its BTSC, failed its test. So on the intraday, it's coming back to natural support. BTCS, I'd be careful. BITCH, I'm BITCF, I mean, sorry. It failed its 3-minute test there on the 20. I don't know, they might sell these off here Friday. Okay, well, it doesn't look like I'm gonna get a trade in here, so I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna call that midday masterclass done. JD, you have a fantastic vacation. Play safe this weekend, you guys and gals. I'll leave the trading room on, of course, just in case you want to stay in it. And yeah, thanks for the support. Thanks for not firing me. I appreciate that. Investment pool, if you're watching, thanks for not firing me. And what else? Next week, pumped. It's crypto time. Have a great weekend.